Good morning, everybody. It's February 4th. We're into February 2025, and we are all in 2025 still. It's early today. We're doing an early recording, right, Paula?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
I'm an early riser. Usually I'm up at 5:30, and today I didn't get up until 7:45, so clearly I needed the sleep because I haven't been sleeping that great lately. Uh,
Yeah.
and I fell back asleep after my husband left, and I was conked out, couldn't believe it. That was my bad for not setting an alarm again after I turned the first one off.
Which means your body needed you to do what it needed to do, which is sleep, which is okay.
100%, 100%. So what's been going on with you?
Well, I'm a little under the weather right now, but we were just kind of talking about social media, and there's something to be said for what we do, whether we like it or not. And social media is one of those things that I'm not a fan of, but I'm coming to appreciate it a little bit more this year because, again, we're going all in. So we're doing some of the things that we, don't necessarily like. And I've had a couple of laughs lately around social media and Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn. And it's amazing, I usually focus on LinkedIn. I have for the last year and a half. That's been my place. I have not been on IG or Facebook. And as of recently, I've been posting more on the other two platforms. And because I really don't know what I'm doing, especially when it comes to Reels, I posted last week and I didn't know how to do the captions. And I put the captions on my Reel, and the captions were like right over my face. And after I posted, I was like, really, Paula, what are we doing? And I was like, it is what it is. I'm trying. And so then I explained it to somebody, like, no, you have to move it down. I said, oh, you can move it down? Yes, Paula. So again, you try these things and it is what it is. And now I know how to do it. So that's great. I also posted something on LinkedIn, and I usually have a picture or image that goes with it. I forgot it, and I ended up posting it separately. And all I can do is laugh and say, at least I tried. At least I'm doing it. It's more than what I have been doing. And I think sometimes that is the hard part of not only being an entrepreneur, but just honestly, just showing up in the best way that we can and being able to laugh at it. So that's been me that's last week.
I think that it's awesome that you're sharing that about social media because I think that people think they're just supposed to know how to do everything. Like
Yeah.
it's just easy. And I was learning some stuff. I was learning how to put the captions on the YouTube video and on the LinkedIn video also, like when I posted last week for our show. So I was
Yeah.
like, how do you do this? So I was like Googling and then I'm like trying to figure it out. And I've done a lot over the years because, I've always promoted a lot of events and things. But
Yeah.
I haven't done, and I used to promote the studio a lot, but I haven't done as much promotion about me as a speaker, about me
Yeah.
and the new business with the, confidence and speaking coaching and all of that and the how you show up matters stuff. I haven't really posted much about it. And I know
Yeah.
that you and I have talked about this. I had a little bit of resistance because I wasn't really sure this is me being really honest that people were going to take it seriously.
Yeah.
Because it's a
Yeah.
different direction, even though it's very much in the wheelhouse of what I've been doing for 30 years.
Yeah.
So I spent some time building up some social media posts for a women's workshop that I'm offering. I actually posted about it. I do the Instagram thing. I forgot to connect it, so I'm going to connect it.
Hmm.
And I did that, and yesterday I got two people sign up. So I
I
was
love it.
like, I kind of pushed out a bunch of emails and, did that. And I'm like, got my podcast back up. So I put our first episode of All in 2025 on my podcast. And
Yeah.
somebody was like, oh, I listened to your podcast. I saw there was a new episode. And I know how I consume podcasts. Like, I love it when a new episode comes out every week.
Yeah.
And so here I am. I'm a consistency girl this year. I'm
Yes.
going to record a podcast every week.
Yeah.
And even if it's only 10 minutes, kind of like what we're doing here,
Something.
there's going to be a new episode every week.
Yeah. I love
And
it.
even I'm just talking about how my day is going. But I
Yeah.
think that lives in that consistency piece. And I was really proud of myself. Like I was really proud of myself to go. And I got into recording it and I was having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, I
Yeah.
forgot how much fun I have, like actually being a creative instead of
Yeah.
focusing so much on the business, which I need to. But the creativity part is the
Yep.
part that I was missing. I was
Yep.
thinking too much.
I love the intentionality of doing this. Obviously, just again, that's why we're saying all in. But I think sometimes we just have to be intentional about what we want to work on. And honestly, no, it's not just about business. It's about all of our lives. And so when we are very clear in getting back to the basics is what I call it. It matters. The other piece of this is just I began walking again with some friends in the mall, and even that intentionality has helped kind of boost my I'm not gonna say excitement. I'm just gonna say my movement in my plan. And so when we're intentional, whether it's being creative, whether it's recording, walking, showing up, whatever, it makes a difference. And I think sometimes we just forget that. So I love, again, I love your intentionality of saying, yes, I'm going to record every single week. And it doesn't matter about the frequency, the time, right? It's no, just do it. Just do it.
Well, and I've always been notoriously a perfectionist about everything, because especially being in, the industry I've been in for so long, when I record things, I think they have
Yeah,
to be perfect
yeah,
and perfectly recorded, perfectly edited, all the things. And
yep.
I'm starting to let go of that because I remember the first podcast I recorded, I probably spent 3 hours editing the darn thing because I was taking out all the ums and the
Oh,
ahas and the anything that was like driving me crazy. And I
yeah,
was like, this is not sustainable. Like I
yeah.
can't do this. I mean, lots of people have podcasts, but they have somebody else do their editing. I'm doing my own editing, right?
Correct,
And I know how, which
correct.
is a great skill to have, and I have all the equipment.
Yep,
But
yep.
um, but I was getting too up in my head about it. And I think part of us doing this too has been helpful to me to just be like, we're just going to have a conversation and then we're just going to throw it
Yeah,
up on social media
yeah,
and we're just going to be real. Um,
yeah,
and realizing that we both have a lot to say. We just have been doing it in rooms, where it's only the people in the room that get to see us do it.
yep, yep. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. It's one of those things, one of my mantras that I talk about is I'm trying to change the world one conversation at a time. And I've said it for so long now, just it's just what I say. But I said I haven't quantified that. I don't know how many people I've talked to. And it's so funny that you talk about that, right? Is, who's listening? And I said this year that I was going to start trying to, I'm not going to say try, I'm going to track, these conversations and what I'm doing and who's listening, because that's how you change the world one conversation at a time is you don't know who is listening, but there are people listening. And everybody's voice, I feel like, is powerful and everybody has something to say. And too often we're not using our gifts. And I've become very, very clear about my gift and what it is. And it is speaking, and it is communication and talking to people and transforming lives, especially when it comes to leadership. So agree. I just think, again, it's the consistency and the intentionality is powerful. And we just got to keep at it. We just got to keep at it, even when it's tough, even when you're not feeling great, you still show up, and that's what I'm doing. And I think that's what we have to do continuously.
Well, I had a friend of mine that I had lunch with not that long ago, and she asked me just point blank, she goes, well, have you put on LinkedIn? Have you just done a post that says, I'm available as a speaker? I'm like, no. She goes, well, have you put on LinkedIn, like you just like talking about what you do? And I'm like, no.
No.
I mean, I put occasional things up, but I haven't actually like gotten on a
Yeah.
video and been like, you know what? I absolutely love empowering people, to be
Yeah.
able to step into their power with their voice, to be able to speak confidently, to be able to take action confidently. And so
Yeah.
I'm saying it now, Paula. I'm saying it now.
I'm challenging. Let's do it. In the next week, let's do it. Let's both do it. Come
So
on,
we're going
put
to
the
put it
videos
out there
up.
because I love what
Put the
I
video up.
do. I love what I
Yeah.
do. I want to do it
Yeah.
more. And
Let's do it.
we're going to have to.
I love it. I love it. It's gonna happen. Let's do it. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted.
So it sounds like our all in for 2025 today is really about like just put yourself out there. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. One of the things I think is so important, as the last thing I'll just say is, so often I know for a lot of people they are worried about um, what people will say, people will do, whether they'll get likes or they. I have truly gotten to the point I don't care, and I don't mean it from I don't care about people. What I'm saying is when you know who you are. I so often when I speak, I say I'm unapologetically Paula. And I'm not saying that in some, crazy, narcissist way. What I'm saying is I am who I am. And there are people who are going to like me, there are people who aren't, and it's okay. It's okay. But I do know that the importance of showing up, there's somebody who will be impacted in some way. And so for everybody who is listening or watching, my challenge for you this week is show up. So we are going to do our video and tell the world what we're doing, but show up the way you need to show up for whatever it is that's holding you back. Show up, because I'm telling you, somebody is waiting for you in your voice.
So, Paula, we haven't done this either, right? How can people find you other than LinkedIn?
Yeah. So the best place, they can certainly go to my website, lfsconsult.com, check out what I do. They can also schedule time with me. My calendar is on my website. They can also find me on Instagram, Paula Raquel one, on Facebook, Paula Raquel. But LinkedIn is always the best way. But if they want to email me, they can email me too at paula@lfsconsult.com.
Hey, thank you. So mine is a place to shine coaching. If you just search my name, you'll find all kinds of things on the interwebs from my life. But a place to shine coaching, Cassandra Vose Demon. I am on Insta. I think it's at Cassandra. You can again. My name's pretty unique, so you can usually find it. Facebook. Um, you can email me if you're on my website. You can schedule a 30-minute consult with me if you want to talk more about what I do. And yeah. And a Place to Shine podcast with Cassandra Vose Demon. So you can find that on all your podcasting platforms.
Love it. Love it.
So are we done? Is that it for today?
I think that's it. I think it's a wrap. I think, again, the message is we're going to do a video and we're challenging everybody else to show up in some way this week, whatever that looks like. But we're going to challenge you. Show up. Let's go all in together, you all.
All right, all in everybody. See you next time.
Bye.